Chapter 6108. Jacob also echoed, "Yes, yes, let's go up first, go in and wait." Naturally, the other two people had no objections. So they followed Orville and Jacob to the end of Classic Mansion to the luxurious diamond box. After Orville brought the three of them to the diamond box, he said with a smile, "You three sit down for a while. I will ask someone to prepare the dahongpao for you. You can drink and chat. After a while, the waiter will bring the menu over for you to take a look. I have already told the kitchen what to order. When everyone is here, the cold dishes will be served first. If you want to play cards, you can play cards for a while. Once you are seated, the hot dishes will be served immediately." Orville arranged everything in detail, and the three of them were extremely satisfied and even grateful. The two people looked at Jacob with a hint of admiration. In their eyes, it was as if Jacob was a kind of big boss who hid his identity. Soon, the guests for the banquet arrived one after another. Orville did give Jacob enough face. After everyone arrived, he personally brought 2 bottles of expensive 3-pound Mao Tai to the box. Reuben took advantage of the treat and ordered 2 extra 1-pound bottles of Mao Tai Feitian. There are a total of 8 people dining tonight, £6 plus £2, which is exactly £1 of wine per person. This group of people are probably in their 50s. Although there are some who have a good alcohol capacity, facing the 53-degree Mao Tai. The best one can only drink a pound. Jacob has an average alcohol capacity and can drink half a pound of this kind of wine, even if it's not bad. However, since Orville gave Jacob enough face, everyone at the dinner table also gave Jacob enough face. They toasted him at every turn and flattered him, which made his vanity reach its peak. This feeling of being valued by everyone immediately forms a strong contrast with the pain in his heart of being abandoned by Mai Ching. Extremely satisfied vanity was like the best healing medicine. The scars in his soul healed quickly, and in addition, the social status of the people at the dinner table was much higher than his. And they all rushed to make friends with him, which made Jacob's social circle greatly improve and progress. Jacob's mood improved, and his drinking capacity naturally increased. Between pushing and changing cups, Jacob had already drunk at least 7 taels. Jacob, who had drunk 7 ounces of wine, was already talking loudly. But people at the dinner table still stood up and toasted to him frequently, thanks to the fact that people think highly of him. Jacob's wine taste has also been improved at this moment. If he can't drink it down, he has to drink it while pinching his nose. This is considered a courtesy. So, by the time the banquet came to an end, Jacob's whole body was in a mess. And he had severe ghosting when he looked at things. The others were the same as Jacob. Everyone drank and staggered, and finally helped each other out of the box. Seeing that Jacob had drunk too much, Orville stepped forward and asked with concern, "Mr. Wilson, do you want me to drive you back?" Jacob said drunkenly, "Mr. Orv, you are too polite. I'll just take a taxi back, and that'll be fine." President Pei on the side reminded him, "Jacob, didn't you ask, let Wu drive, for you? Shouldn't he? He should be here." I'll call him, call. As soon as Orville heard the word, "Mr. Wu," he said. Mr. Wu that President Pei mentioned, he was just waiting in the lobby. He arrived at around 8 o'clock and told our waiter that he was here to wait for Mr. Wilson and President Pei. So I asked someone to arrange for him to rest in the lobby. President Pei hurriedly said, "Then, that's great. Let Mr. Wu drive. Orville saw that they had already made arrangements, and that Mr. Wu had indeed not drunk just now, and looked more reliable, so he said, "Okay, then I'll take you down." When everyone arrived at the lobby on the first floor, Mr. Wu, who was waiting in the lobby rest area, stood up quickly, walked quickly to President Pei and Jacob, and said respectfully, "President Pei, Vice President Wilson, you two didn't drink too much, did you?" President Pei's face turned red and he said with a smile, "Drink too much? No, not. We are drinking well. Drinking beautifully, it feels good. After that, he said goodbye to the people around him. After everyone exchanged pleasantries for a while, he and Jacob followed Mr. Wu out of Classic Mansion. Orville also sent him all the way out. Manager Cheng of Classic Mansion had already driven Jacob's Cullinan to the door and handed the key to Mr. Wu. After Orville gave some instructions, the two said goodbye to everyone and sat in the back row of a Rolls-Royce. After Mr. Wu got in the car, he buckled his seat belt and took out an invitation. He said to Jacob, "Vice President, this is the invitation that Professor Han asked me to deliver to you. How about I put it in the armrest box for you?" The drunk Jacob waved his hands disdainfully and said, What a shabby invitation. Mei Qing's wedding. I just won't go." Seeing that he had drunk too much, Mr. Wu directly put the invitation into the armrest box and said, "I'll put it inside for you. You can read it when you wake up tomorrow." Jacob was already half asleep and didn't pay attention to what he said. He just urged, "Don't stop talking nonsense, hurry up, drive quickly."